Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Heather Tiedemann. I am a realtor down here in the beautiful Lexington, Columbia, South Carolina. And today we are filming in my new office off Sunset Boulevard in Lexington. So don't mind this. Eventually it will not look like this. I will get something prettier and put some wallpaper up. Well, we'll see. We'll see what it is. But I'm very excited to be inside the office instead of working from my office at home. So very exciting times, but today we are going to be talking about Lake Murray. I know a lot of the big draw to the Lexington area, the Chapin area, the Irmo area is Lake Murray. So that is what we're going to be discussing today. So stay tuned for that. Last but not least, before we jump right into this, you know what I'm going to ask? Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And let's get started. Lake Murray is a beautiful 50,000 acre man-made lake with 650 miles of shoreline. It is often referred to as the Jewel of South Carolina. Lake Murray was named after William S. Murray. Also, I have all this written right here, which is why you're going to see me keep glancing at the screen, because this is a lot of information and I don't want to give you wrong information because I misremember something. So as mentioned, Lake Murray was named after William S. Murray, who was the engineer involved in the design and the creation of the dam, which is known as the Drew Shores Dam. Most people would just call it the Lake Murray Dam. Another thing is the lake is actually owned by Dominion Energy. They own the lake and they also own the dam. That is how they generate electricity, or they generate energy. The lake and dam were under construction from 1927 through 1930. So it was about a 3-year long process, and approximately 100,000 acres of land was purchased in the building of the dam and the lake. The land was sold for more than 5,000 families, and it was purchased somewhere between $5 and $45 an acre. And let me tell you, I would love to take some $5 to $45 acre land. That seems like a steal. To make room for the lake, nearly a dozen communities and towns had to be abandoned and relocated, including Derrick, Pine Ridge, Selwood, Wessinger, Cantsville, Leaphart, I don't even know how to say that one. We're going to skip that one. Holly's Ferry and Limerick Ferry, and a few others. So a lot of those areas, they were abandoned and they were taken away, but not everything was relocated. So under the lake, you can actually find multiple different remnants of past towns. So there are multiple schools and churches and about 193-ish graveyards were relocated, but not all of those graves were moved. That is one big thing that a lot of people do not realize, and it's always kind of a shock to people, are that some of those graves were left there and they were not relocated to another location. So something to keep in mind. It doesn't bother me, but I know it does bother some people. You can also find several monuments as well as a bridge. And there's a video on YouTube of divers going down there and finding the bridge and finding some churches and things like that. So it's kind of interesting, if we're going to be honest here. Now that we've talked a little bit about the history of Lake Murray, let's talk a little bit about modern day Lake Murray. So Lake Murray features multiple islands throughout it, and that includes Baum Island. And during the summer, one of my favorite things to do, and you're gonna hear me and you're gonna say that doesn't sound very interesting at all, but it's amazing, because that's exactly what I thought, okay, we're gonna go to an island on Lake Murray and watch a bunch of birds. Doesn't seem very interesting, but it is actually phenomenal. Highly recommend it. During the summer, you can boat out to Baum Island, and they are an island where over 1 million purple martins come, and they leave at sunrise and they all come back at sunset, and you can watch them just swarm in, and it is probably the most beautiful thing that you will ever see on Lake Murray. It is absolutely phenomenal. Now, Bomb Island is not the only island on Lake Murray. There are multiple others. Another one worth noting is Dreher Island, which is the state park, which features 348 acres and 12 miles of shoreline. That is one of the places where you can access the beach access without needing a boat. And the other location in which you can access beach access for Lake Murray is on the Lexington side of the dam, known as the Lexington Lake Murray Public Park. Along with boating and visiting the islands, there are numerous different things that you can do on Lake Murray, including kayaking, paddleboard, jet skis, canoeing, swimming, fishing, or even just walking the dam. The Lake Murray Dam is a very popular spot for locals to go and walk and enjoy the views of the lake while also getting some exercise. The dam is 1.7 miles each way, so keep that in mind that it is going to be over a 3-mile round trip walk. So be prepared that it may take you a little bit to get there, but a lot of people enjoy going to walk, going to run, going to jog. And along that, you get views of Lake Murray, and there is also the Love Lock Gate, which is mirrored from the famous tradition in Paris, and you'll see a lot of locks where people have added for their loved ones. It's a very popular thing to do here, and people really enjoy it. So if you're driving across the dam heading into Irmo, if you're leaving Irmo heading back into Lexington, you will see a ton of people walking along the dam all throughout the year. Rain, hot, cold, there are always people that are going to be walking the dam and getting that exercise in, and the views. One of the biggest downfalls that I find of Lake Murray is that it does not have a ton of local public access unless you have a boat or you're canoeing or paddleboarding, etc. So keep that in mind if you're moving here. While there's so much more that I could tell you about Lake Murray, I'm going to recommend that you take a tour of Lake Murray. You go, have a captain take you out, and you can find some fairly inexpensive ones. I'll link one below. It's called Top Tier Charters. They are phenomenal. I went on one of his boat tours, and he has all kinds of different ones where you can have a history tour. You can have an introvert tour where he doesn't talk to you at all and you're just enjoying the sights. Party tours, etc., all kinds of other things. So I highly recommend, if you want to explore Lake Murray, go out on a chartered tour first. And then if you have a boat, great, then you have the easier access into Lake Murray. If you don't have a boat but are interested in getting a boat, one thing I do always want to point out is South Carolina does have property taxes on both the boat and the boat motor. So something to keep in mind for sure. But you can avoid all that if you wanted to join a boat club. There are many boat clubs around Lake Murray. However, I personally recommend Carefree Boat Club. That's the one that I'm a part of. Me and my family, we enjoy Carefree. Very easy. So if you are interested in a boat club and don't want to have the hassle of owning your own boat, that may be a good option for you. I will link both of those down below just in case you're curious about them and want to learn more. But that is all. There's so much more I could tell you about Lake Murray, but then we'd have a 2-hour long video. So I kind of just wanted to hit the highlights in this video. But if you have any questions and you want to learn more about Lake Murray, definitely feel free to drop a comment below, or my contact information is down in the description box. I'm always happy to answer any questions that you may have, and I'm not going to try to sell you anything. I'm just going to answer your questions. If you are considering a move to Lexington, Irmo, or Chapin, check on Facebook. We have moving to Lexington, moving to Chapin, and moving to Irmo, with tons of great information that could be helpful to you on your journey. Until next time, bye!